Helena of Troy, one of the Masquerade of Toreador, by diablerie of her sire King Minos, and patron deity of sailors in the Greco-Roman tradition. Born in 1233 BC, is 2,533 years old by the start date of 1230 Anno Domini in Princes of Darkness. Helena of Troy is the Duchess of Sardinia in 1230 AD, the dominator of Count Prias, and he, the former ruler of the city of Argos in turn, and her lover. They fled to the Phoenician colony of Carthage, first a product of the Bruja antediluvian, Troia, attempting to create yet another great city where kind and kindred alike would live as equals. However, that the Phoenician and or Canaanite pantheon was most likely a puppetry of the clan Baali, and the head of its pantheon, Baal Hamon, was one of the fallen, a demon who was once a former angel who fell with the Satan during the rebellion against the Adonai. The Roman Empire, the great polity of the Ventru, the Malkavians, and many Toreador, came to clash with the increasingly decadent and sinful, murderous Carthage. The stories likely being true and more than just propaganda, given what is known of all who fall to the sway of the Yarm. Both saw Carthage's active slow-motion collapse from decadents, diabolists, and diablerists, and not to mention the slow-motion kakistocratic corruption through Carthage's oligarchy in mortal politics as well, and the overwhelming coalition of forces against them. And thus, Helena traded secrets of Carthage's worst weak points in exchange for safe passage into Italia and refuge there within. In return, the Ventru Romans furthermore gifted her the fiefdom of Pompeii. However, the former king Menelaus of Predorian Sparta and a childer of Troia discovered her role in the instigation of the plot against Carthage and its razings therein, and thus her role in the slaughter of his brothers in covenant and cause, and swore undying vengeance upon her. Prias and Helena fled to Aegyptus, and so began their millennia-spanning feud with Menelaus. Once, she struck Menelaus what she believed fatal blow, but no trace of Menelaus was to be found the next day. Menelaus had fled across the Atlantic to what would become known as the Americas, and Helena thus funded the expeditions of Cortez to scour Mesoamerica for any allies of the hated Menelaus. Rumors flow, they continue their blood feud even into the modern nights.